Now, three-way order matching is a technique that is used especially in accounting, where you are supposed to make sure that the invoice that you are paying, remember the last part of a transaction is paying invoices. So always make sure that the invoice that you are paying has an invoice number, has a goods received note, and also has a purchase order. So whatever you are paying in a business setup should be able to have an invoice. There must be an order for the same, not an order but a goods received note for the same, and it must also be matched with a purchase order. So that is three-way order matching. It's a process of matching purchase orders, goods received note, and the supplier's invoices. Of course, that eliminates fraud, saves money, and also maintains adequate records for the audit trail. Now, if you pay an invoice where there was no order, then it means that you may be paying for air. You are submitting payment for something, but nothing was actually delivered. So it means whatever you are paying for had not been delivered, and that is what we are trying to eliminate by making sure that the three documents match. So three-way order matching. Now, of course, the items that are involved in three-way order matching is the supplier invoice. Make sure that there is supplier invoice. Make sure that there is a purchase order, and make sure that there is a goods received note for those three items to be matched. Now, in relation to that, we have an example here that we are going to use before we go to this other one. There is a purchase order, there is a goods received note, and there is also a purchase invoice. Then there is also an order matching on the other side. So let us use this simple one before we move to the other one that we have on the other side. Now, looking at this final worksheet in this workbook, so just go to the final worksheet in this workbook. There is purchase orders here. These are the purchase orders, and under the purchase orders, you can see the number and you can see the dates. We have the goods received note. So under the goods received note, there is also a purchase order number for that. Then there is also the purchase invoice. Under the purchase invoice, there is the PAI invoice number. There is also the purchase order number. So you can see this purchase order number is on the goods received note. We also have the same on the purchase invoice. So we want to match and see if all those three things are matching. Now that is done here. That is where we want to do it, this particular place. Cell D5. So we'll start with an equal sign, then VLOOKUP. So we are using VLOOKUP, tab, click on this cell 462, click on 462, if that cell, then comma, so that is the lookup value, then table array. So what is the table array? Under the table array, I want you to click on this part, 462 to 456, under the goods received note. You are checking if this purchase order is also here. So select this, all of that. Then lock it with absolute cell referencing. Lock that with absolute cell referencing, then comma. Column index. In this table, you can see we've only selected that particular part only. So it's 1, column index number 1, then comma. Go for exact match. Close those brackets. Comma. And, not and, but you can come up with another VLOOKUP. Then still click on the same 462, where we had 462, then comma. The table array now go to the purchase invoice. So select the purchase order number in the purchase invoice from 462 moving down. Lock that with absolute cell referencing. Then comma. Column index is 1, comma. Then go for exact match. Close those brackets. There is something I omitted which I want to bring in. But what I have there are two VLOOKUP functions that wants us to know if the purchase order number in the purchase order list is on the goods received note and also on the purchase invoice. So I omitted the and, so it should be equal sign, then and. So just after equal sign, write and, then tab key that you have equal sign, and then now proceeds to the VLOOKUP. That is all. Enter. Another bracket, just say yes, it will correct so that it can have another bracket. We should be having another bracket at the end. Because we added the and, we should be closing with another bracket at the end. Then, of course, if you say yes, it will be corrected. So we have here true. Then drag down the formula. You can see that what is true, if the purchase order number is there in all those three documents, it will say true. If it is not there, it will say not available. Now here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. The others are not there. But before we proceed, there is a way you can eliminate the not available. So if you want to eliminate the not available, you simply click here. The first one. Then before the equal sign, after the equal sign, add if error. After the equal sign, just write if error, then tab. So if error, then tab, go at the end, comma, go at the end, after the two brackets, put a comma, then put two quotation marks. So one quotation is there, another quotation, then close bracket. Quotation marks, comma, two quotation marks, then close bracket and enter. You drag the formula again from the first one. That will eliminate the error. So if error, then empty. You can even decide to say that it should not be blank. Remember the two alternatives here means blank. You can also say that are not true if you want, but don't change that. Not true. Then enter. If you now enter this down, it will be bringing not true, where there is no, the invoice are not matching. But I want it to be blank. So I'm removing not true so that that can be blank as it was. Then I enter, drag down, and it remains as it is. Just move back to purchase order here, purchase order. So we have the purchase order, we have the goods received note in another worksheet, then we have the purchase invoice in the last worksheet. Now, equal sign, then if error, tab, so equal sign, if error, tab, and again tab key, then bring in VLOOKUP, then again tab key, VLOOKUP. Click on cell A4. A4 is the purchase order number, this one. Now don't worry, it is bringing at PO because this is formatted as a table. So it's already formatted as a table, provided this is dancing the cell A4. You clicked on A4, then at PO is just fine. Then comma, table array, go to the goods received note. So go to the click on the goods received note. Then I want you to click on 25010, Control Shift down arrow key, and Control Shift down arrow key. No need for locking because it's already formatted as a table, so don't lock. Then comma, the column index is number 1, comma, then exact match. You can also click on exact match, close bracket, close those brackets, then comma again. The formula is here, comma. Then you can again start VLOOKUP after the comma, tab, VLOOKUP, comma, then after the first one, close bracket, comma, then VLOOKUP, go back to purchase order, the worksheet for purchase order. And on the purchase order, click on this again, cell A4, repetition of the same thing, comma, table array, go to the purchase invoice. Now click on B2, then Control Shift down arrow key. So B2, then Control Shift down arrow key, comma, column index 1, comma, then exact match. You go for the exact match and close those brackets, 2 of them. Close with 2 brackets, close with 2 brackets, comma, then double quotation, then close with 1 bracket. So that is the same formula that we had done previously, which we've just repeated on this level. If you enter, that will give you the final answer. So this gives you, true means that all of them are there. So true means this 2510 is in the goods received note. You can see the 2510 is in goods received note, and the 2510 is also in the purchase invoice. That is when it brings true in this formula here. Otherwise, it will bring blank unless you want to change from blank to something else. So true are, if I want to count true, here we have 5 and 5. Here we have others, then to the end, but the others are not there. They are blanks.